Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, today's video is on exfoliation, and personally, I have nothing against physical exfoliation, especially when the granules in question are not abrasive, are not going to cause dermal tears. I don't have an issue. I use physical exfoliant time to time, and my exfoliating ingredient is the activated charcoal, which happens to be really mild on the skin. And to be honest with you, I kind of love to give physical exfoliating products for people that do not like to use sunscreen. We haven't gotten to that point where most people are comfortable with sunscreen yet. So hence giving them a chemical exfoliant is going to be problem. You understand? So hence the reason why I still sort of sell or push out physical exfoliation for those purposes. And I don't know if it's the weather where I'm based, right? Um, there are times of the year that using chemical exfoliants has this sort of causes this sort of flakiness on the skin that, to be honest, is the physical exfoliant that will help clear it out alongside proper moisturizing. So whatever form of exfoliation you're using, moisturizing is super duper key. All right, before we start our skincare routine, there's something I'll tell you. Ventilation is key. I have a small fan here. I hope the sound is not going to worry my sound or video here. Plus, I still have another manual one here. All this is just to facilitate dryness and then to help your skin absorb um, ingredient products rather better ingredients. I mean, cosmetic formulator, you're seeing this is the first time, and equally an educator for cosmetic products that cater for skin and hair of color. To be honest, skin and hair of people that have melanin that resemble me. I do not do bleaching products. If you want to bleach your skin, I am not your plug. I can't be your plug. But if you want to ditch bleaching and embrace proper skincare backed by cosmetic studies and equally cosmetic science, then you're in the right place. And welcome to my channel. So I'm starting with lip care. Don't forget that your lips is on your face. And so it needs attention as well. And I start with my lip care. Meanwhile, don't forget to brush your teeth first, and do not do your skincare products do not do your skincare routine, with your skincare products and then immediately go to bed. That won't be a good idea. You're going to hand over everything to your pillow. Sometimes that's some of the reasons, or one of the reasons, that people's skincare products do not work for them. So I'm starting with a toner. The weather is cold, sort of. Let me not say cold, it's cool, because when I say cold, some of you mistake it for that cold of wearing cardigan. No, it's just cool because the rain has started. So the weather is calm. All right, let me use that word better. So the drying of the products will even be faster, plus the assistance of my fan. Good ventilation is very good, because when you're sweating, you're doing your skincare, you'll be frustrated. Let me don't even lie to you. When you're sweating and you're doing skincare, you'll be very frustrated. Yes. And sometimes that kind of condition can even lead to irritation on the skin. For real, for real. Hydrating is key. Very, very key in skincare. Although, like I said today, I'm exfoliating and okay, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag first until I bring out the exfoliating product. You would get to say. So after using my toner, I'm using a hydrating essence. If you're an oldie here, you might be very familiar with my steps of skincare. Do you have to use the two? No. You can interchange as well. But extra hydration to the melanated skin, is it a good one? Sure, it is. The very awesome one. Down to the neck as well. You can see when you're talking of facial care, when you see me, the first thing you see, except if maybe I'm wearing a turtleneck, a high neck shirt, but obviously when you see someone, the first thing you see is the person's face slash neck ish and even chest, right? So take note of all of that. And I love to use my leftover on the back of my hand. So I'm going on now with my Alpha Arbutin serum. This is 2% Alpha Arbutin, and I don't really use it all over my face. I use it mostly for my forehead. Yes. So Alpha Arbutin is a product that can be added in your skincare routine when you're battling pigmentation. So because I'm not really having any issues of pigmentation per se all over the face aside from my forehead, watch my old videos, you will understand what I mean by my forehead. But now it has really blended. You know, at the end of the day, you still need to make things work for you. And one of the major problems that we melanated skin we tend to have most of the time is the case of hyperpigmentation alongside other issues. But hyperpigmentation seems to be our main headache. Yeah. So tackling hyperpigmentation has to be done strategically. If your pigmentation is all over the skin or all over the face, because some people just have hyperpigmentation from different causes. Though the most popular causes of hyperpigmentation obviously is acne. When the acne goes through the cycle, it leaves you with pigmentation, sun exposure, and one very important thing, I don't know if I should even say it, but I just have to say it since I'm an educator. I shouldn't get tired of educating. Is the fact that using all of these products also encourages you to use sun protection, because when you want to get good results of your product, you need to use sun protection factor, a broad spectrum sun protection factor. And one very important thing again, one is so important that I can't let it go, is the fact that consistency is key. You can't be playing with your skincare products, or you can't be playing with your skincare routine and you expect results. I know for the longest of time, especially in the Nigerian space, because we're the most percentage of people that bleach our skin, according to BBC. But that's by the way. For the longest of time, that part of skincare has trended for a very long time, and it has messed up the minds of a lot of people that think that skincare products should work sharp, sharp, 3 days action, 7 days action. No, you have to you have to be consistent and be persistent. You understand? And be patient. If you're not a patient person, then to be honest, you won't get a good skincare result. When you see people having good skincare results, sit down, talk to them, and they will tell you the truth. It had to do with consistency, patience, protection from the sun. Yes, I don't know. You guys would think I'm elaborating or highlighting so much of protection from the sun. That is because it's very important. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I really do not give everybody chemical exfoliants, especially for those that refuse to create a budget for sun protection factor. And melanin skin. Well, I'm glad the education is out there, and a lot of melanated skin realize that they cannot achieve the glass skin of using K-beauty products, because we have different textures of skin types. So we tend to have a certain skincare routine that can actually help us achieve a good achieve a glass skin. Yeah, because although that glass skin has also faded, you think about all these trends that they come and go, especially if the trends are not effective. They come and they go. And to be honest with you, influencers have been the culprits. I would hold them to their necks. I won't joke them, don't mind me. They have been the ones that have misled people for the longest of time. We came and told people, stop bleaching your skin. We came here as educators, as cosmetic formulators for personal care products. We said stop bleaching your skin. Okay, after you ask them to stop bleaching their skin, what are you going to give them to replace it? Then a proper effective skincare routine came on board, but needed a lot of explanation. It's just like during the trend of when makeup started, right? We were taught how to use makeup products. So also we're being taught how to also use skincare products. But the problem is the fact that a lot of interest has found its way into this beauty field, or into this beauty industry, that it has to do with cash grabs. So influencers, yeah, or whatever kind, we come here and promote products that, mind you, they might not even be using it, and they were paid to promote it. I've had in my DMs such kind of offers, but I rejected. You know why? I have my own products. So if I come up here and bring you a product, you use it, you don't get the desired result, the day I'll bring my own products, you won't take me seriously. And here's the reason why. Just observe all those skincare influencers. Where are they now? They've all turned to lifestyle lifestyle content creator. Hello. Let's don't go there. So now while I was talking, I was just buying time, and I told you I have a fan in front of me. In as much as I didn't really use this one that much, but all of the products I've used have dried up. And mind you, when you're doing skincare, your layering of skincare products should start from the lightest to the thickest. So afterwards, I am now applying my azelaic acid. Let me do this. This is my azelaic acid at 10% cosmetic percentage, effective cosmetic percentage. My skin is, I have a combination skin. Some part of my skin is oily, some part of my skin is dry. Hence, that made me very prone to acne rosacea. So, azelaic acid has been a good one for me. Azelaic acid is an underrated product. I don't know why. I don't know. It's an underrated ingredient. It's equally an underrated product. I went overboard with this azelaic acid, but it will be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah. There was one acne rosacea that started coming out here for me. But as soon as I tackled it, it just disappeared. And you know one thing about azelaic acid, I can't even get tired of hyping this product, probably because that's really been a good one for me, is the fact that not only does it help you against your acne, it also helps you to to destroy the bacteria that causes acne. So that's a good one, that causes especially that acne rosacea, right? And acne rosacea can just show itself at a later stage in our life, right? It might not come so early in your 20s. It would definitely not even come in line with teenagers. But by the time you start approaching your late 20s to early 30s, about rosacea, the time frame for rosacea, most of the time, the general time frame for rosacea, acne rosacea, is from the age of 30 to 50. Yes. So, and it worsens in your 40s. Did I say that? Okay, I just told you that. Yeah, it gets worse. I don't know what, for whatever reason. Probably premenopause issues and all of that. But it gets worse in your 40s. Then, when you begin to start tidying up, that biological clock is coming to an end. You now start realizing it's dropping, because usually most acne rosacea comes from hormonal um, disturbance, but then it could still come from using wrong skincare product. It could still be triggered. Yeah, it could still be triggered. Trust me, acne rosacea can really, really be triggered, especially those people that use all those bleaching products. It can easily trigger acne rosacea. All right. It's settling in. I try to avoid my neck because azelaic acid can cause itching. You understand? So if you're not battling with acne rosacea on your neck, no need of pulling it down that side. Yeah, no need of taking it to that direction. Okay, because it can easily irritate that your neck if you don't have. Because one thing with the neck, it hardly holds on to products. So you applying a product that will not dry out that part of your skin will make you very, very uncomfortable, to be honest. So I try to avoid my neck, except if maybe I have some acne, because the thing about acne rosacea is that it cuts from your face to your neck to your chest. Even some people have it on their backs. Yes, is that serious in some cases, right? So for me, if I don't have any appearance of acne rosacea on my neck, I avoid it in order to just save myself the stress of that discomfort. That discomfort equally comes from any form of retinol, any form of vitamin A. Yeah, and layering vitamin A and azelaic acid is a yes. Just the way now, after layering azelaic acid, I am layering my lactic acid. So, azelaic acid equally has slight exfoliating ability, but to be honest with you, the star of the game today is actually my lactic acid. And this is what lactic acid does. It is gentle on the skin. It is an AHA. It helps to hydrate the skin. If you ask me for a melanin skin recommended chemical exfoliating product, you know already, lactic acid. Okay, if you don't know, I'm telling you now. Lactic acid, especially when you are above 30 or you have a dry skin. Mm, Lactic acid does a very good job. It does a very, very good job. Honestly, gentle exfoliating. But mind you, application of sunscreen is very important afterwards, because when you go under the sun without protecting your skin after exfoliating with lactic acid, you will not like the result. You will pigment, you will darken. Yeah, exactly. And that's a smell like urine, but that's by the you get that's by the way you get used to it. Don't worry, it's not that harmful. So basically, I was thinking of adding a moisturizer, but there's no need for that. There's no need for that. So in my product line, I have serums, I have creams, I have soaps. Yeah, basically cosmetic product. Yeah, you saw my essence was obviously liquidy sort of. The Alpha Arbutin was a serum. I'll do a video separately speaking and just I have one already, but I'll just do an updated one speaking basically about each of the products. And some people still confuse serum for something else. Yeah, like like I said earlier at the beginning of my video, the fact that there has been some whacked kind of skincare that has reigned for a very long time. So it's causing some confusion in our present day skincare. What do I mean by confusion? Now, concentrates were called serums. So when you give people serum, they'll be looking at you in a weird way. Some of them will even ask you, should they add it to their creams? You understand? Because that was the Oshoprapra concept, yeah, of the promising of. So that's by the way, though. By this point, I'm done. Lactic acid just has a way of making my skin so comfortable. Like, I can't complain. I tell melanin skin to stay away from glycolic acid, because glycolic acid has a very deep penetration and it can easily trigger some sensitive skin type. And if there's anything the melanin skin runs away from, it's triggering their skin. To be honest with you, it's not funny. If you do that, you're on your way to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and it will be bad for you to have that on the same face you're trying to even out pigmentation. So lactic acid is a good one for me, honestly speaking. Like I said, it makes my skin so comfortable. And it's in between glycolic acid and mandelic acid. Mandelic acid is another very mild one, but honestly speaking, if you ask me, I'll say lactic acid is a safe space for offers a safe exfoliating attribute, or a safe exfoliating efficacy for we melanated skin. Yes. Do I use lactic acid every day? No. But at least I alternate with salicylic acid. So I alternate. So in a week, I might use it depending on the weather. That's another thing again, right? If depending on the weather, if it's during the drier months, I do lactic acid more than I do salicylic acid because I can exfoliate for you 2 to 3 times in a week, right? So I will do salicylic acid less if it is those drier time of the month. Or if I have salicylic acid like more in my routine, is because probably I'm battling bacterial acne, because that's another thing I didn't add. You can actually be battling both acne rosacea and bacterial acne at the same time. Okay, but that's, by the way, in as much as we know that salicylic acid is a holy grail for acne purposes, it is also a beautiful one to help exfoliate deep into the skin as a BHA that it is, and it can also help to minimize your pores on the skin in alongside with niacinamide. Niacinamide did not come into this bunch. You know why? Because vitamin B3 and lactic acid might not be a good idea. Yeah. All right, let me end this here. This video is even over 20 minutes already. God, I didn't realize it. I hope you watched to the end, and I really appreciate your support on this channel. I have a lot to come and discuss with you. Like, I can't wait to unpack the experiences happening behind the scene for you guys, my most valued beauty enthusiasts. Thank you so much, and hope to see you in another video soon. Bye.